This is Professor Rick, and welcome to another version of A Young Nerd's Guide. In today's lesson, I am going to be showing you a young nerd's guide to measurement. You've definitely heard of measurement before. Measurement is something that helps us make sense of the world around us so that we can repeat an action like being on time for class, or we can do a scientific experiment like getting a certain amount of a solid when we're making a chemical reaction. Another way to characterize measurement is that it is the process of comparison of an unknown quantity into a unit of measurement that we all use. Another tool we can use to measure length is measuring tape. Measuring tape is really long. This measuring tape is 12 feet long. Let's see how it works. As we pull it out, we can see the inches and centimeters expose themselves. Let's measure these 4 items: the Triceratops, the Purell bottle of hand sanitizer, the Post-it notes, and the pen. We start the measuring tape at the beginning of the item and then pull until we see how long it is. This pen is 5.5 inches long. The Purell bottle is 7 inches long. The Post-it note is 3.25 inches long. The Triceratops is 8.5 inches long. Now let's use the customary system of measuring length to measure some things around my home. Let's measure my phone. My phone is 6 inches long. Let's measure how long the blade of the ceiling fan is. The blade of the ceiling fan is 16.25 inches. Whoa! I gotta get out of here! Let's see how long this awesome map is. 47 inches long. We can measure how long my dog Alice is. She is 28 inches long. We can measure how long my Nintendo Switch is. It is 9.5 inches long. Let's see how tall this pile of recycling is that my wife told me to throw out, but I forgot to throw out the other day when the garbage men were coming. The pile of recycling that I forgot to throw out is 49 inches. Something else that we can measure that people have been trying to measure for thousands of years is mass. Mass is the amount of stuff inside of something. Let's measure these items to see which one has the most mass. Tomato, 115 grams. Disgusting shriveled tomato, 6 grams. Disgusting shriveled orange, 102 grams. Dancing Halloween Minnie Mouse, 30 grams. Fidget popper, 59 grams. Candle, 361 grams. Measuring tape, 129 grams. Nintendo Switch, 402 grams. Look at the masses of the items we just measured. Which one has the most mass? Do you have it?
The switch! The switch has the most mass!
Another thing that we can measure is temperature. Temperature is how much heat is in a specific place. Just like our previous measurements, there are two main systems that people use. Most countries prefer the metric system. The metric system uses Celsius as its measurement of the amount of heat in the air or temperature. The customary system that's used by the United States and a few other countries uses Fahrenheit for its temperature. This is an example of a thermometer. Can I hear you say thermometer? A thermometer is something that helps us measure the amount of heat in the air or temperature. Here are some examples of temperatures in Fahrenheit. 32 degrees Fahrenheit is when liquid water freezes. Room temperature is about 72 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Our body temperature is about 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. Anything below 30 degrees Fahrenheit is very cold. If we go to about 65 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit, that would be very comfortable weather where we could wear shorts and a t-shirt. As we go up into 80, 90, and 100 degrees Fahrenheit, it gets very hot, like the summer months. A real thermometer tells us the temperature in the air. For instance, you can look on your wall to see what the temperature is in that room.
This is the thermostat or thermometer in my house. I can adjust the temperature up to 72 degrees Fahrenheit or down to 68 degrees Fahrenheit. I like my house very cold and my wife doesn't.
In today's lesson, we learned about measurement. Measurement is when we compare an unknown item to a quantity that we know. We learned about length, which we can measure in inches or centimeters. We learned about mass, which we can measure in grams and kilograms. We learned about temperature that we can measure in either Fahrenheit or Celsius. This was such a fun lesson, nerds. Come back for another video from A Young Nerd's Guide. Bye, nerds!
Professor Rick!